Up with KREM begins now.
Hi friends, good morning. Thanks so much for starting off your day with us here on Up with KREM. I'm Tim Pham.
And I'm Nicole Hernandez. And unfortunately, meteorologist Thomas Patrick is not here with us this morning.
Oh, Thomas, what are you doing?
He's on vacation
or
something. I don't know. Anyways, I got to do weather this morning. So let's take a look at how cold it is out there. Right here in Spokane, 35 degrees. But even colder in some other spots across the region. We actually have frost advisories in effect for some spots like Moses Lake, Quincy, Ephrata, Othello. That's for that potential to get below freezing temperatures and see your real first deep freeze. That in effect until 9 o'clock this morning. Right now across the region, you can see all those temperatures. Moses Lake down to 28 now. Deer Park at 25 this morning. Anywhere between high 20s to low 30s is where most of us are at this point in the morning. We do warm up though. We're going to be in the mid 50s here in Spokane, and that sunshine is really going to help that feel pretty good as we head into the rest of the day. Beautiful look over Riverfront Park, and we'll have more weather coming up.
Here's a live look at the traffic impact this morning from I-90 and Maple. You could see traffic flow moving great here in downtown Spokane. No major issues. Everyone getting out the door and moving here on this Thursday morning. We'll keep you updated on traffic throughout the show. We check in on our cameras throughout our network all the way from Washington to North Idaho. So we'll keep a close eye on this and let you know if there's any problems. On Up with KREM, we bring you weather and traffic together every 30 minutes. It's 6:02. The U.S. economy keeps showing its resilience, but experts say that strength has limits. Despite trade deals, many say tariffs have begun putting upward pressure on prices.
Now the U.S. economy faces a new challenge. Amy Kiley has more.
I've seen numbers that are starting to hurt the economy.
Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent says the federal government shutdown is slowing the U.S. economy. His department estimates the impact is about $15 billion a week. The congressional impasse is dragging on. Lawmakers can't agree on whether to negotiate, let alone on how to fund the government.
I think this will be the longest shutdown in the history of ever.
The Federal Reserve Chair says he's starting to worry the shutdown will make it harder for the Fed to do its job. It relies on data to assess inflation and the broader economy.
We'll start to miss that data, and particularly the October data. If this goes on for a while, they won't be collecting it, and it could become more challenging.
Many experts say tariffs were starting to put pressure on the U.S. economy even before the shutdown. A new IMF report predicts they'll partly cause it to grow more slowly than the rest of the world in the coming months.
Tariffs tend to be significantly worse for the country that imposes them than the countries they're imposed upon.
The IMF says trade deals are lessening the blow from tariffs. Experts say that helped the U.S. stock market reach new record highs before trade tensions with China sent it on a roller coaster ride.
We do have these, I hate to say it, boom and bust periods. And invariably, what goes up does come down at some point.
I'm Amy Kiley reporting.
Right now, Washington Senator Maria Cantwell is calling for an investigation into a video featuring Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem. The video is being played at some TSA security checkpoints. In it, Noem blames Democrats for the ongoing government shutdown. In a letter to the Office of Special Counsel, Cantwell alleges the video is a violation of the Hatch Act, which restricts political activities by federal employees. Several airports across the country have decided not to play it, including SeaTac, Spokane, Boise, and Portland.
The former Gonzaga baseball player charged for vandalizing the state capitol building in Olympia will be in court tomorrow. 29-year-old Gunnar Schubert is charged with second-degree burglary and third-degree malicious mischief. He's accused of breaking into the building with a hammer and knocking over statues, signs, and flags. He also allegedly started a fire that damaged a vintage rug. The State Patrol says it did not appear to be politically motivated and that Schubert might have been having a mental health crisis.
A former Riverside School District employee pleaded guilty in federal court to charges of online enticement of a minor and possession child pornography. 30-year-old Dallas Schuler pleaded guilty to 12 counts related to sexual abuse of a minor after he was arrested back in May of 2024. A spokesperson for the Eastern District Court of Washington says the investigation began with a single victim but expanded to include 37 victims, all minors. The Riverside School District superintendent hopes this chapter is nearing its end for the district.
Yeah, I just pray for healing And I'm hopeful that this day brings a little bit more closure that can help with that healing, even though I know it's going to be a long time.
Schuler pleaded guilty without a plea agreement, which means both the defense and prosecution are allowed to argue for any sentence within a range of 15 years up to life. Schuler is expected back in court in January.
New this morning, an 11-year-old in Lewiston is recovering after being hit by a car yesterday morning. Lewiston police say this happened at 21st Street and 11th Avenue while the boy was crossing the street. Police say the truck was turning right on a green light and hit the boy. The 11-year-old was transported to the hospital, then life-flighted to Spokane with life-threatening injuries. Lewiston police are now asking drivers to be careful when coming to intersections.
New this morning, a Coeur d'Alene sixth grader is honoring the 2 firefighters killed in the ambush on Canfield Mountain. Coeur d'Alene Charter Academy sixth grader Eliana Brown planted an 8-foot ginkgo tree at Cherry Hill Park. She's calling it Branches of Hope. Our news partners at the Coeur d'Alene Press report it's a part of her school's Good Deeds project. It's a tribute to Battalion Chiefs Frank Harwood and John Morrison. Firefighters were there with Eliana and her parents to help them plant the tree near the Fallen Heroes Plaza.
They weave their nocturnal tune.
Well, this is kind of cool. The Deer Park High School Band and Choir is hosting a murder mystery dinner tomorrow. It's called Murder at the Deer Park Saloon. It's an interactive dinner that will also be a fundraiser for the school's music programs. It will help the students get to the Heritage Festival in Seattle in March.
This Friday, this is the first time we've tried an event like this, so this is not like a performing event for students. This is like a community event, something that we're trying to offer to the community in addition to raising money for the students. We hope it's going to be a fun event for all the adults in our community.
And keep in mind, you have to be at least 21 years old to go. If you'd like to attend, we have a link on our website, KREM.com, with more information. All right, we're going to try to pretend this never happened. It was a rough night for the Mariners. Last night was Game 3, and it really did not go the M's way.
Oh, it was so hard to watch. It was just like, gosh, I think coming home, we were just hoping for a little bit different of a game.
Definitely.
But anyways, it was actually, a fun fact, it was the first home ALCS game since 2001. Of course,
wow.
That was the last big 116-win season for the M's. So there was a lot of excitement and nerves yesterday. J-Rod getting this started for the M's in the first inning, hitting a 2-run homer. But the joy was short-lived as the Blue Jays would score 5 runs in the third inning, and it would only go downhill from there. Let's take you live now outside of T-Mobile Park at this hour. This is actually SeaTac Airport. But the M's actually they lost game 3, 13-4. Not our best night.
We've used a lot of words for it, but tomorrow's gonna be that opportunity again for us, and these guys know how to prepare and be ready for that. And I don't expect it's going to be an issue for them at all. This is a team that has proven over and over again that fighting back, bouncing back, having resiliency is a part of their DNA, and tomorrow's a chance to do that again.
The M's are back in action tonight. Luis Castillo will be on the mound for Seattle. First pitch is set for 5:33 tonight, so we'll have highlights on the KREM 2 night report.